How do you embrace a slower, more intentional way to live your life without moving into the forest, get off the grid, or completely disconnect from the modern world? I often talk about wanting to try that kind of lifestyle and see if it's for me. But since I don't just have myself to listen to, I need to take into consideration my family's wishes too. And they are quite happy where we are right now. We as humans have a strong tendency to think, if only insert circumstance, then insert action. And I'm certainly guilty of that as well. But really, it's a very lack-focused mindset and really just a reason to not get going. We often glorify perfection and wear that sucker as a big-ass shiny badge of honor on our chest. When really, all it is just a stinking pile of shit of impossible standards that makes you scared of doing things. Embracing imperfection is a radical act of self-acceptance. Allow yourself to make mistakes, learn from them, and let go of the pressure to always have everything figured out. Letting imperfection into your life will give you a greater self-compassion and a more authentic way to live your life. Because really, what even is perfect? What would it look like if you didn't spend your hard-earned money in a mindless manner? Just take a minute and think about your last trip to the grocery store and think about how many of the choices you made there were actually made on autopilot. Or you get invited to a party and you just, by routine, you need to go out and buy something new to wear. I have found it very helpful to just take a minute or two when I'm faced with a buying decision and just go through a few simple questions in my head. Do I need this? If yes, why? Do I want this? If yes, why? Do you want this? Really? If yes, why? I do this to get my brain out of the autopilot dopamine chasing mode into actually making mindful choices. If I spend my hard-earned money, it should be worth it. This doesn't mean that I only buy absolutely necessary things. I do buy dumb and unnecessary stuff, but I make sure that I choose to do so. And very often, when I stand there in the store with something that I got an impulse to buy, after stopping for a second, I realize that this thing really isn't the thing missing from my life. And so I put it back. Yeah, I realize that the phrase connect with nature can feel very woo-woo to some, but it's the best way to describe this action. Spending time in nature is such a powerful way to recharge and gain perspective and cultivate a sense of awe and wonder. Have you ever stopped for a minute and put your hand on a tree or rested it on the sand at the beach? Try it and close your eyes for 3 deep breaths. Even if you feel like a jackass and wondering what the heck this is good for. If it's spring, you can almost feel the sap rushing underneath to get to the leaves and the vibrations in the sand of all life waking up. Connecting with nature will help you feel more grounded, inspired, and connected to something that's greater than yourself. Something that many of us desperately needs in this crazy age of individualism. Where I live, busyness and productivity are often glorified, and prioritizing rest and renewal is something you say you do, but you never really get around to do it. How would it be if you allowed yourself to rest without guilt? Prioritize sleep, create space for activities that nourish your mind, your body, and your soul. By honoring your need for rest and renewal, you can replenish your energy, reduce your stress, and cultivate a deeper sense of well-being. I'm by no means living a perfect life, always content and mindful. Not at all. I struggle with comparing myself, with anxiety, rushing through life, and what to make of it all. and I cry. Simply burst into tears at the kitchen counter. Life, just as moods, will go up and down. But I do have a sense of direction. A North Star I can look up towards and check in. Am I doing things, even small things, that moved me in the direction of the star? Remember that embracing slow living isn't about perfection or completely overhauling your life as it is at this time. It's about finding moments of peace and presence in the midst of your everyday life. It's right there, ready for you to grasp.